Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am The Sovereign. Feel free to follow me on all my social media links. They will be linked in the description box below. I am freshly arrived here in 2020 and I am here to guide you on your journey to driving for Uber on New Year's Eve, which is what I just did. It is now just past 3:30 in the morning. But in this video, we are going to rewind through time so you can go through the journey with me. Throughout the video, I will insert screen grabs from my Uber app and I will catch you up on what's happening. At the end of this video, we will do a full recap, a full rundown on what happened, how everything worked, how everybody behaved, what it was like, where I was driving, and what my grand total was at the end of the night. Have fun watching the video and Happy New Year! Hi, it's New Year's Eve. I'm not really all glammed up. It looks like it, but I know how to fake it well. This is like a 10-minute look. But I am going to try to Uber tonight on New Year's Eve, seeing as I don't really have anything to do. I don't have a party to go to, no one to really hang out with. I'm not going to be making out with anybody at the end of the year, unfortunately. So I want to make some money, seeing as I have the time, and New Year's Eve is pretty much the biggest Uber night of the entire year. So I'm gonna see how much I can try to swindle before I get back into my bed. It is about 6:43. I have almost a full tank of gas. I may just slightly down, but as you can see, I'm at the gas station. I just got some gas. So I'm gonna get the night started. I don't know what's gonna happen, where it's gonna take me. Thanks, Mom, by the way, for getting me this dash cam. It's not actually, I don't have an SD card to put in there, so I'm not going to be able to use it for filming right now, but I mean, it'll work to intimidate people for the time being. So let's see what we are able to bring in the next couple of hours Uber driving on New Year's Eve of almost 2020. Hi everyone, I pulled over to just do a quick update. I have done 8 rides so far. Uber is giving out bonuses for the first 3 rides that you do, which is $10, and then I get another bonus after an additional 5 rides. So I'm about to get my second bonus. I'm gonna keep driving. It is 8:31 and everybody has been super awesome. Pretty much everybody I picked up so far has been like going to a bar or going to their friend's house for New Year's Eve, except for one person, and I was just really touched. Like, it really moved me, and I wish I knew where he lived or remembered his name. It was like maybe a 50-year-old guy, and he just wanted me to pick him up from the gas station and take him to Vons so he could pick up some, some drink and, take him back, which I wasn't supposed to do because his destination was only to Vons, but he asked me to wait for him and I had no problem with it. He was really nice, and he didn't really seem to know how Uber worked, but he told me as the ride progressed that his ribs were broken. Like, during the ride, his ribs were actually broken, and he had just gone through a divorce at the behest of his wife. He didn't, he wasn't the one that asked for it. He was, really sad, and he was looking at me and he told me, like, you're the happiest person that I've spoken to in a very long time. And he didn't understand why I was so happy. And I'm like, this is just me. This is how I am. And as he, was telling me what was going on and really asking me to wait for him so I could be the one to take him home, and I did. I waited for him, and he left his phone in the car. He's like, please just wait for me. And I'm like, I will. But yeah, I found out his ribs were broken. And for those of you who have been sticking around and, watching my Instagram or watching my other videos, that I also work in the medical field, and it is my job to actually take care of people with severe injuries, disabilities, and whatnot. So I told him that, and I'm just like, you really shouldn't be moving around or really walking or doing much with broken ribs, and you should be taking better care of yourself. What are you doing? Go home and rest. And he seemed really touched that someone cared, and like, he smiled for the first time. He was just like really happy. It was just very touching to me. And then he tried to pay me at the end of the trip. I don't think he knew that, Uber pays you through the app. So he was just like whipping out money. He's like, I'm waiting to see how much you're gonna charge me. And I'm like, no, sweetheart, no, the app does it. You're okay. You're fine. You don't owe me anything. And he was just like, and he still like, he just like handed me a bunch of cash. And I was just, at first I was like, okay, it's probably a bunch of ones. It's fine. I'm grateful for whatever I get. And I counted it, and it was like a massive tip. And I was just like, oh. And I'm just saying this to remind people that not all of us have friends, family to hang out with, someone to be with during these holidays, during these special occasions. Like, I could tell he was very, very hurt, physically and emotionally. He was very hurt and kind of lonely. And I wish that I actually had his name and his address so that I could, I don't know, bring him a gift or something, because I was, I'm happy that I was able to make him happy and send him home with a smile on his face, even though he was walking slowly to get in his house because he's severely injured. But, he was going home to drink by himself, which is what I was honestly going to do tonight if I wasn't driving for Uber, because not all of us have friends and family and loved ones. There are a lot of people spending this New Year's Eve alone. And I'm one of them. The only reason, I'm not at home drinking my drinks is because I'm out driving. I'm using this as a distraction. But keep a lookout for your neighbors, for other people who are alone, who are not as fortunate as you, who don't have the social connections that you do, because people take their friends for granted, people take their families for granted. I don't have any of that. So I handle it well being by myself, but it still kind of sucks. And I could see that man was affected. And I wish that I could bring him a gift. And I know he will never see YouTube, because he doesn't strike me as the type of person that watches YouTube videos, but he is, that just touched me. So like I was saying, it is 8:36. I have done 6 trips and I have made $34 plus like a massive $20 tip. So that's my take right now. I will be getting an extra, I think, $35 from Uber once I hit 8 trips tonight, which I will. I'm going to insert what the surge map tonight looks like as of right now at 8:36 p.m. And I'm going to keep driving and update you later. Bye. Hi, I am stopped because we have 10 more minutes until 2020. It has definitely died down. There are no surges anywhere in Los Angeles because everyone's pretty much reached their destination. And now we're waiting for the moment. And at the moment, I am standing in front of my car using my headlight as lighting because I am on the edge of California, ironically. I am in Palos Verdes. Palos Verdes. I had to turn the car on so that the lights don't turn off. But yeah, Palos Verdes, San Pedro. I'm on the edge of California, parked on the edge of a cliff, which is why I'm using my headlights, because there are no lights out here. I can smell the ocean. I can see the stars behind me. Behind me is the ocean off the edge of this cliff. It's kind of scary and really dark out here, but that's the ocean out there. And behind me is the mountains and Palos Verdes. All that black out there is the ocean, and all the lights you can see behind me is San Pedro, Palos Verdes. I'm out here in the dark by myself. There's houses over, not too far off, but I just dropped off. Let me switch the camera around. I just dropped off some kids. They were at like this massive house party. There had to be like 100 kids standing outside of a house in like the Lomita Torrance area. And they had like 2 cars parked on the grass. It was insane. Like, that was an outrageous party. But I picked up some kids and, I brought them home up here. Pretty decent trip. And since it was so close to the time, I just decided, okay, let's take a break and let's bring in the new year. And I have no problem. Look at my hair. It's so messed right now because I've been driving the whole day. I have no problem bringing in the new year like this. Like, it took a lot for me to move to Los Angeles, and I'm down here by myself, and everything that I have is what I built and what I made. So I feel really accomplished in the life that I have and that I've created for myself. So I'm okay celebrating New Year's by myself on the edge of my state in one of the most wonderful places on the planet. Like, I fought to get here. I wasn't born here. I sacrificed a lot, and so to have made it, you know, living by myself, having my car, I started my YouTube channel, like, I'm happy. And of course I have goals and things that I do want in the new year, but this is okay with me. Bringing in the new year this way is okay with me. How much time do we have? There's 7 minutes left, and I get emotional, but I'm okay with this. And my goals for 2020, now that I'm stable and I'm taking care of myself, and like, if I have to give thanks to anyone, it would be me. Because I don't have anybody's help down here. My mom calls and checks up on me, but I'm pretty much alone, and I'm a strong person, so it's okay with me. But of course I have to thank God for everything that I've been able to accomplish and everything that I've done. And for 2020, I've got plans. I definitely want to continue the growth of my channel. Make sure you subscribe if you're watching this. I want to grow the channel. I want to go to VidCon this year. I want to go to BeautyCon this year. I definitely want to continue. Is that a freaking animal? Oh my God, there's an animal in that bush behind me. I want to definitely grow the channel. There are so many creative ideas that I want to do on my channel. Things that I know you guys don't see coming. I can't wait to try to see the bounds and limits of my imagination. And my imagination is very extensive. Get back into fitness, because you guys know I'm a fitness girl and I kind of miss my fit body. So it's time to get back there. You know, and I need to do better in establishing relationships of all kinds, because even though I am strong and I'm independent, I do want to form good friendships and good bonds. And I think that's going to be the toughest thing for me going into 2020. But I'm going to give it my all to establish relationships of all kinds. New friends, finally, make some friends, any type of relationships. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best to return text messages and not be so, I don't know. I know I don't come off as, what is the word? I don't come off as an introvert on YouTube, but I can be. But going into 2020, I don't care what people think of me. I don't care if you think that I'm immature. I don't care if you think I'm intimidating. I don't care if you think that I'm bossy. I don't care if you think that I'm too insecure or too quiet. Gosh, there's so many conflicting opinions about me out there in the world you would not believe. And you know what? I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to wear my Harry Potter onesie whenever I want, wherever I want. And if I want to dress up and wear an evening gown one day, I'll do that too. I'm going to be outspoken, and I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to be free, and I'm going to be me, and I can't wait. Happy New Year. I'm sorry that it's crooked, my holder. If I turn it all the way, then my steering wheel will block the view, so it has to be crooked, but whatever. It is just past midnight. I had to stop and have my own little celebration to bring in the new year. I do that all the time, if you didn't know. Honestly, I have no problem partying by myself, and I think I had the most fun. I have this whole block, this whole street to myself. Nobody's here, and I'm next to the ocean, and there's this beautiful view, and I can hear all the fireworks. Like, this is like my own little private lookout point that I just happened to find. It is wonderful, and it is the new year. It's the new year, so yeah, I had to dance a little bit. Like, I cranked up the radio, blasted it on the edge of this cliff. Like, I bring in the new year right. But it's time to get back to work. I have made $165 plus a $20 tip from, you know, the person that I told you guys about earlier. So that's a total of $185 plus dollars that I've made since 6 o'clock. So what is that? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5-hour period. I think I'm doing pretty good. It is dead right now for Uber, especially out here, but I'm assuming that it's going to pick up around 1 o'clock when everybody's like, I want to go home now. There, I can hold it. Uber does have another set of incentives or promotions that I didn't know about. So from the times of 6 o'clock to 10, they had like little promotions where you could get like upwards of $35 extra, which is like, okay. But from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning, Uber is giving you the chance to earn up to $120 extra if you do 13 rides from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. Now I've already done 12 rides, but I kind of really want that extra 120. So we'll see what happens, and we can see how late I'm willing to stay up. I didn't make plans. I was just like, I was just gonna go as long as I could before it became unsafe for me to drive. I do have an energy drink. I'm gonna try to get some food and then see what happens. But Happy New Year. Hi everybody, I am back at my house. It is 3:32 in the morning. I have done 24 trips. So let's kind of run through what happened today. I was supposed to start at 6, but I started, if I recall, somewhere around 6:45. At the time, it was not surging yet in the Los Angeles area. My gas tank was half full already, but I added, a quarter of a tank. So I was only missing a quarter of a tank when I got started, and I started in Long Beach. Everybody that I picked up, every single person that I picked up, every one of them were New Year's party goers, someone who was going to somebody's house, going to the bar, going to do something New Year's festive. They were all New Year's people. And my rides were pretty normal up until midnight. Like everything was normal, everything was fine up until midnight. Surging kicked up around 7:30, 8 o'clock. That's when all of Los Angeles, from Seal Beach up to Malibu, was bright red. Like the whole map was red and surging. And that did not die down until about 11 o'clock. By 11 o'clock, everybody's pretty much where they want to be, where they're supposed to be to celebrate the new year. So I finished my final trip before midnight at around 11:30, and then by 11:45 I had found my little cove where I was going to celebrate by myself and bring in the new year, which is what I did. And that's when I did my break and everything. I didn't plan on starting back as soon as I did, but as I was leaving my little place, the super fancy hotel right up the road, it seemed like everybody just wanted to leave that party super quick because I got an immediate ding from Uber to come pick somebody up, and then I took them to Hermosa Beach. So most of my driving was done from Long Beach to Torrance, and I spent most of my day in Torrance. From Manhattan Beach, I did go up to El Segundo, but from Manhattan Beach to Palos Verdes, I was there all of New Year's. I didn't have to go to Los Angeles. I didn't have to go to Hollywood, which made me so happy. It was not necessary. Now, I am going to assume that some people are watching this far into the future, 2021, 2022, 2023, and you are maybe game planning how you want to do New Year's Eve because you already know you want to drive. So, what can I tell you to help you out? Number one, do not start in the hot spots. Don't start off New Year's Eve in Hollywood, in Los Angeles. Those are places where people are going to migrate to. So, you want to be somewhere near people's homes where you know that they're going to leave. Santa Monica people, they're going to migrate to downtown LA to party. Some Long Beach people will migrate. Palos Verdes people will migrate. But you don't want to start off in one of those urban hotspots where you know the parties are going to be. You do want to be there after midnight because obviously everybody's already in their destinations. So everybody's destination is most likely going to be somewhere in Los Angeles, Hollywood. So start off New Year's Eve in the surrounding areas: Santa Monica, Torrance, Inglewood, Hawthorne, Long Beach, Bell. Start off away from the hotspots. But after midnight, prepare yourself to be getting called in the hotspots. So if I was really going to be smart about this New Year's Eve, I did perfectly for the first half. I didn't really want to do any major driving because I have to pace myself. But if you really wanted to like rake in the dough, I would have moved myself to downtown Los Angeles as of midnight because that's where all the action was going to be. But I didn't do that and I didn't need to. Now let's break down my numbers. I made in trips. I did 24 trips. In trips, I made $274, I believe. I can't see it on my screen, but you can. But I think it's $273 is what I made in trips from 6:45, and I stopped as of 3 o'clock. So that's what I did in that amount of time. According to Uber, I still have 4 hours and 53 minutes to drive on the app. So I could have continued driving for the next almost 5 hours and continued raking in the money. But like I said, I drive a lot, so it's important that I pace myself. Otherwise, it is possible to burn yourself out when it comes to Uber. So you got to be careful. Now, in trips alone, I made $273, but I had somewhere around $41 in tips, and then there were the promotions. Uber does add an incentive for drivers to drive during New Year's Eve because not a lot of people want to drive during New Year's Eve. It's crazy, it's hectic, and people want to have fun with their own family and friends. So Uber gives people an incentive to drive. The first half of the incentive was before 10 p.m. So Uber was giving a small incentive from 6 to 10 that says if you did like 4 trips, they'd give you $10, and if you did like 8, they'd give you 35. I did that. I didn't know that they were going to have a second round of promotions, but they did. After 10 o'clock, from 10 to 4 a.m., they were willing to give you up to an extra $120 if you completed 13 trips. Now, when I saw that, you guys know I was going to try for it. Luckily, I did meet that goal. Now, when it comes to your Uber money, the way that they show it on the screen, they do not add in your promotion money. So that's when you look at my screen grab, it says $273, but that's without any additional promotions or anything else that I earned. So I know everybody's waiting. Everybody's waiting for the grand total of what I earned New Year's Eve 2019 going into 2020. Drum roll, please. Insert drum roll. So the grand total of what I raked in for New Year's Eve, $430 in one night. From 6 p.m. to 3 o'clock in the morning, $430. I believe it's actually like $432. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I pulled in. And that's not even counting the gigantic cash tip that I got, the $20 cash tip that I got, which was $20. So a little over $450 I made this evening without really putting in any effort. I still had almost 5 hours left to drive. So if I wanted to be a really hardcore savvy driver, tonight easily could have been a $600 night. Easily. At this time, right now, at just past 3:30, it is still surging in the main Los Angeles area, Los Angeles, Hollywood area. It's still surging. Torrance is no longer surging. Long Beach just stopped surging, but the surge is still continuing. So yes, I definitely could have made $600 tonight. Um, but for those of us that do drive every day, I pace myself. And I keep a schedule so that I don't mess up my other work, so that I don't mess up my gym schedule, my sleep schedule. Tonight, what I did tonight would mess up my schedule, but I'm gonna fix it tomorrow. So we're okay. And I went to the gym before the gym closed early, so I'm good. But it's possible to make bank New Year's Eve. Like easily tonight could have been $600 had I, packed my meals, started earlier, used up all of my 12 hours. Yeah, I could have did it. But for those of you that are looking to do it, you kind of have an idea of what you can make and how to do it, but make sure you prepare yourself. Make sure you pack accordingly, dress accordingly, wear something that's comfortable yet festive. That's what I did. Bring food, bring drinks for yourself, and just know where to drive. If you're going to take a break, take your break at just before midnight or just after midnight. You can do it. You can rake in this dough, okay? And I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. I hope you enjoyed the knowledge. I feel accomplished. Happy New Year, whatever year you may be watching this video in. Happy New Year. Enjoy yourself. Even if you're out there by yourself, have fun and be safe. Be safe and subscribe. You got to do that too. Okay. I'm going to get some sleep. And I will see you guys in the comment section. Bye. After ringing in the new year, I definitely did get some characters. I got a few drunk passengers. They weren't unruly. They were just funny and very happy. I got a girl and her boyfriend, and the girl just kept complimenting me and telling me how much she liked me. And her dress was very small, and her boyfriend had somehow hurt himself, and he was limping as he got into the car, and I guess they had to run out of the house because they were in their friend's house and their parents didn't know, and the parents showed up and stuff was happening. So many crazy things. But I do want to say hi to all of my former Uber passengers who found my YouTube, found my channel, found my Instagram. I see you guys. I have seen you guys. Some of you watched my videos while you were in my back seat. Hey, just want to say hi. I really enjoyed having you guys in my car, all of you, and I'm happy to have gotten you all to your destinations safely and safely into the new year. And stick around. And hopefully I see you again. How cool would that be?